Hi ladies, welcome. You're here for the week 2 movement video. So we're going to use everything that we learned today in the education and test portion, and we're going to apply it here in a full workout. So I'm still going to talk through a lot of the movements. I want you to take this at your pace. If I'm going too fast, you slow it down. Likewise, if you feel like I'm going too slow and you really got it nailed, feel free to speed it up, okay? So we've got about 25 minutes here, and we're just gonna jump into some cardio and body weight movements, all right? But first, let's go ahead and take a quick second. Find those parallel feet. Feet are about hip distance. Let's roll those shoulders back. Pull out of the crown of our heads. Pull up on that pubic bone towards that breastbone. Soft knees, all right? Now take a few deep breaths into that canister. Belly and rib expansion, front, side, back. Start with that Kegel, hugging that belly in from the bottom up, pulling those hip bones and pubic bone together. All right, keep that beautiful posture in mind. Let's go ahead and we're gonna start with some wide steps and butt kicks. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, those hips are staying level here. Foot is flexed, your heel comes to your glutes. Feel free to add in a little more of a dip here if you'd like. And what are we gonna do with our arms? Let's start moving our arms. All right, let's start loosening up those shoulder blades. Everything warm. We're gonna do high knees to the front as our next movement in about 20 seconds. We're gonna go right into it. Feet back to hip distance. Nice tall posture here, remember. High knees. In 3, 2, 1. All right, so your arms might be in front of you, or you could bring them up higher, get a little more of that upper back, mid back action, almost trying to squeeze the elbows together behind your back, squeezing at that bra strap. Imagine these are like our marches, right? On the ground, we're lifting with those low abs, not with our hip flexors. All right, keep this up. 10 more seconds here. Open up into a plie. In 3, 2, 1. Let's open up. Wide legs, toes angled out, knees tracking over the second and third toes. We pulse for 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. Remember, this is a plie and not a squat. Our shoulders are staying stacked over our ribs and our hips, going straight down into the ground, no sticking out. Knees being pulled out by the quads and the glutes, pushed by the inner thighs. Stay tracking over those second and third toes. We're gonna grab our ball after this, and if you don't have a ball, don't worry. Either don't use it at all, or maybe grab a pillow or some other kid's ball, something squishy to get that additional pelvic floor contraction. Last one. All right, grab your ball right above the knees, okay? Nice parallel feet, squeeze that ball the whole time, and let's squat. Next, we're using our band. And again, if you don't have that handy, don't worry. Work on this perfect squat form. Our toes are engaged with the mat. As we come up, we're lifting from the pubic bone, squeezing, pulling those hip bones and pubic bone together. That ball is helping engage the pelvic floor without having to think too much about a Kegel. Nice neutral spine, proud chest as we come down. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and swap out the ball for the band. We're gonna put this now right above our knees. Moving quickly through a lot of different movements here. So if you wanna do any of these for a longer amount of time, please be my guest. Pause, do a few more practice reps, and then come back to me, all right? Feet are parallel. We have to pull those legs apart now, all right? Those glutes should be firing, those quads should be firing. Let's squat. Another option here, if you do not have a band, go ahead and just do a wide-legged squat. So your feet are still parallel, but they're just wider than hip distance. All right. Another thing I want you to look out for with a squat is a slight chin tuck to keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. We're going to talk a lot more about this as the weeks go on, but something I want to point out now. Really nice. We're going to bring that band down to just above our ankles. In 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, come to one edge of your mat, just above your ankles here. Okay, parallel feet. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. Lock and hug in those shoulder blades behind you. And let's open together. Hard exhale as you open. All right, your hips are nice and level here. Really focused movement. There's no stepping, all right? You're just gliding that foot across the mat. Beautiful, keep it up. Almost there. We switch to diagonal at the end of the mat here. In 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go diagonal. Step forward, together. Opposite side, together. Pull. Lock in that belly. Now pull that leg back. Really target those hamstrings, right where that hamstring and that glute connect. Really focused step. Now forward. Notice I'm starting my hard exhale right before I take that step. Lock it in first. This band is tight. If you don't have the band, you're just doing really focused steps, not letting anything in your core move, just that leg. All right, beautiful. Let's pop that band off. Okay, we're gonna go into some lunges, our favorite. We're gonna keep coming back and back and back to this, right? All right, let's step forward, alternating lunges. Again, really focus on starting that exhale right before you push off to come back to standing. Nice and tall, 2 90-degree legs. Alter this as needed. Maybe you're taking a big step and a little dip, or maybe you're taking a little step and a little dip. Whatever you need right now to start getting comfortable with this movement. Got 20 more seconds here. Then we're gonna go to the back to wrap up our cardio. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. All right. Back lunges, parallel feet, step back. Maybe if you're feeling comfortable, you start adding in a knee lift. You could stay on the same side for a few reps, or stick with your alternating back lunges. Mix it up. Find what's working for you. We're about halfway through. If you are on one side and want to switch to the other, just make sure you're staying nice and even, all right? We're picking up our weights after this, really focusing on that upper mid back today. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right. Let's grab our weights. We are going to come into a hinged position. So our feet are parallel. We're going to discuss this a lot, but for right now, follow my lead. Our feet are parallel, toes engaged, like we're about to do a squat. All right? We start that with a bend forward on the exhale. Lock into position. Pull on that pubic bone, get that spine nice and neutral, get those hips stacked directly under your ribs. Palms are facing each other, and we're gonna send our elbows to the sky. So as the elbows go directly to the sky, the shoulder blades should be squeezing together, right? Imagine trying to get them to touch at your bra strap. Hard exhale, hug in that belly, every rep. Three, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, let's send our left leg back. This is our split stance. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. I'm on the ball of my foot, or you could turn it slightly if you want to put your foot all the way down, but I'd like to keep those hips nice and square. We're gonna stay in that hinge position, and this arm is gonna bend slightly. Shoulders stay even. We open and down, open. All right, nothing is moving in that arm. The arm, pretend, is our door, and the shoulder blade is the hinge, opening and closing. Be feeling it in the right glute as well, as that leg stabilizes you. 10 more seconds here. We're gonna switch legs. Shoulders are nice and level. Nothing is moving except for that arm is levering open. And rest. Let's switch sides. Left leg forward, right leg back. My weight is sitting right here in my hip crease. Arm is bent, soft elbow, and we open. All right, if this is too much of a balance challenge for you, feel free to bring that foot in. Or again, maybe you twist a little bit, angle that foot so your entire foot is down, stabilize you a little bit more. But if you can, Keep those hips square on the ball of your foot. We're almost there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go back and switch sides. Into that split stance lunge position. Our weight, now standing up tall. Our weights are at our shoulders. We're gonna bend both knees slightly. And as we exhale, push up overhead. All right, so bend both, straighten both. Bend both, straighten both. Squeezing that back glute as we come up. Watch what's happening with the ribs. No flaring of the ribs. When the weight goes overhead, make sure the ribs stay stacked. None of this opening up the chest to the sky. If the ribs are doing that, lighten the weight or drop the weight altogether. 2, last one, switch legs. Again, if this is too much of a balance challenge, I want you to go ahead and do this standing with parallel feet. Really nice overhead press. All right. Soft knees. Keep those toes engaged with the ground. So either you're in your lunge position or parallel feet right now. 5 seconds. And rest. All right, beautiful. We've got one more movement here. I'm actually gonna come down into a kneeling position so that you can really see the full effect of this movement. If you'd rather, feel free to stand. We're gonna do oblique work, all right? So our weights are gonna be to our sides. We're gonna glide one weight down towards the mat and exhale, come out to neutral. Go to the other side. Glide that weight towards the mat and pull. All right, so we're stretching on this side and then pulling back to neutral. And the side that's squeezing, we are squeezing the space between the top of the hip bone and the bottom of the rib as much as possible. Nice and slow. Imagine you're between two panes of glass here. Those ribs are staying stacked over the hips. Let's do 5 more seconds. Keep it even. I'm gonna do one more on each side. Really nice. All right, go ahead and put the weights down. And we're gonna finish with some mat work. So let's start by grabbing our ball. We're gonna come down on the ground for our bridges. All right, let's find our nice neutral spine. Shoulders away from our ears, arms to our sides. Our feet are pulled in, so our ankles are just about below our knees. And this time we're squeezing the ball. So our knees are probably slightly more narrow than our hips. Make sure if I came around to pull that ball away from you, it'd be so tight, I wouldn't be able to get it from between your legs. Obviously you're improvising if you need another tool here. We're gonna take our big inhale and exhale up. First rep, we're always taking that big inhale to get us set up and exhaling into the movement. As you inhale and come down, do you feel the ribs pressing into the mat? You should feel such a big expansion in the belly and ribs that you feel the low back and the ribs pressing. You're leading with the pubic bone with those low abs and squeezing your glutes once you get to the top. On this next one, I want you to keep it up. Keep those hips up and give me a little pulse. 2 inches down, 2 inches up. Little glute squeeze here. Watch what's happening with that back. Make sure you're still pulling that pubic bone to your breastbone, eliminating that arch in your low spine. Going back to our full range of motion in 3, 2, 1. Let's go all the way down, all the way straight up. Four more here. You can do it. Last one. All right, beautiful. You can go ahead and put the ball to the side. We're gonna come back onto our back and do marches. All right, so make sure that low back is not peeling off the mat. You're either starting from the ground and exhaling the leg up to tabletop, keeping that low back down as you pull on that pubic bone to press that low back into the mat. Or maybe you're starting here from tabletop and you're inhaling halfway down. Pull that pubic bone. Nice. Make sure that leg is staying at 90 degrees. Almost there, ladies. Make sure you're getting that full breath and then hugging that belly in, exhaling from the bottom up. One more on each side. Beautiful. All right, let's roll over onto our side. We're gonna come all the way down with our head resting on our arm. Our hips are stacked, pulling that waist from the mat. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked. Pulling that waist away from the mat. We're gonna open into clams. Just doing 8 here. And then we're gonna straighten that top leg. Last one. All right. Keep that bottom leg bent, straighten the top, and let's tap. Front corner, back corner. Front corner, back. Almost there. Few more. Coming up on our forearm for a quick side plank after this. 2. Last one. All right. On our forearm, our elbows directly underneath of our shoulder. Our knee is bent, so our knee is just about in line with our hip. We're pushing away from the mat. We're not letting our belly sink. Our top leg is flat on this mat. We take our big inhale and exhale. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. And let's exhale, hold. 15-second hold here. 15 seconds. You got this. Keep that knee pressed down into the mat. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. We're almost there. Got this side of our body, couple stretches, and that's it. All right. Ankles are directly below our hips. Our waist is being pulled away from the mat. Our hips are stacked, and we open. Three more. 2, 1. Top leg straight down. Tap the front corner and the back. Keep those hips stacked. Nothing is moving except that leg. Squeeze. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's come up on that forearm. Our elbows directly underneath of our shoulder. We're pushing away from the mat. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale down. Inhale down. On our fourth one, we're gonna hold. This is number 4. And hold 15 seconds. Almost there. 5, you got this. Feeling it here? 2, 1, beautiful. You made it. Flip over onto your back. Give yourself a quick happy baby. Open up those hips, inner thighs. Quick figure 4. Put that right ankle just above your left knee. Maybe grab behind that left leg if you can. Pull it in towards you. And switch. Breathe into it. Open up that hip and glute. Roll on up. Let's finish with a nice inhale. Nice count of 4 inhale and exhale for 6. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it all the way. Exhale from the bottom up. 3, 2, 1. Really nice, ladies. Thanks for doing this with me. I look forward to seeing you again in week 3.